Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience after purchasing this tricycle, particularly for someone on a budget like themselves. They bought it for their 80-year-old mother, who's just 5 feet tall, even though the product description claims it fits people as short as 49. This client was pleasantly surprised by how well the tricycle was packaged upon arrival. Assembly went smoothly, especially with the help of the provided video. The reviewer noted that the bike seemed mostly tuned already, so it was mainly a matter of attaching the miscellaneous parts. There were a few minor bends and misalignments, but nothing that couldn't be easily fixed. The hardware appears to be stainless steel, which is a plus, although the reviewer suggests that locking washers would have been a better choice than the standard ones provided. Functionality-wise, this client did a test ride with their mother in mind. The biggest issue they found was the seat height, which is quite high even on its lowest setting. Even at 510, the reviewer had to step up onto the seat. They plan on replacing it with a wider, lower, and more comfortable one. The seat also interferes with removing the battery pack, which will require removing the seat post if a better seat cannot be found that has the quick disconnect feature. The electric ride function is powerful, handling gravel, asphalt, and thick grass with ease. However, the speed control is a bit lacking, with a jump from no speed to a fairly quick pace, which could be problematic for an elderly person. The reviewer didn't notice a significant difference between the 3 modes and didn't find any documentation explaining them. Unfortunately, the pedal drive and electric drive don't seem to pair seamlessly, requiring riders to pedal at the motor's speed. The lack of gears on the pedal drive also makes pedaling quite challenging, which this client anticipates will be an issue for their mother, despite these issues.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer decided to purchase this e-trike after a lot of online research. The intention was for his wife, who has mobility issues, to be able to ride alongside him on walks. He was happy to report that, contrary to some other experiences he read, the trike was very easy to assemble. He also found it to be quite sturdy and was even surprised by the amount of power it had. Our reviewer noted that the manual didn't include all the available P codes for adjustments, but he easily found them online. These codes allowed him to customize settings like maximum power, speed, and screen brightness, though he mostly stuck with the default settings. Unfortunately, the trike didn't work out as planned. This client's wife felt too nervous and unsteady to ride it, a problem that wasn't related to the quality of the trike itself. He emphasized that if you're considering this trike for someone with balance or mobility challenges, it's best to try it out at a bike shop first to make sure it's a good fit. Aside from that issue, this client thought it was a great machine. He appreciated features like the front and rear lights, the horn, and even the included mirrors and phone carrier bag, which weren't mentioned in the product description. Now, he's planning to find a comfortable bike trailer for his wife, or perhaps a 4-wheeled e-bike instead, so they can both enjoy the local bike trails. His only remaining concern is the battery life. He anticipates needing a spare battery to extend their rides beyond the estimated 30-mile range.
All right, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer started out with the usual anxieties that come with making a big purchase online, especially when returns and repairs could be a headache. One quirk they noticed right away is that the throttle on this electric bike isn't quite what they expected. It only seems to kick in when you're not already pushing the pedal assist to its limit, so it's not a true throttle in the traditional sense. Our reviewer ended up using the assist level buttons for quick bursts of power, which they found workable. On the plus side, the seat gets a big thumbs up for comfort. This client appreciates the slight give it has, making rides smoother. The handlebars and controller are also well designed and mostly easy to use. The built-in lights and horn are nice touches too. This client noted that the passenger cushion it comes with is more for looks than practical use, as there aren't any footrests for a passenger. A basket would be a better use of that space, our reviewer thinks. Assembly was straightforward, though the instructions could be clearer. It took this client a little longer than expected because they were being extra careful. The reviewer also mentions that the top speed and battery life in real-world use didn't quite match the advertised figures. They only reached 19 mph on the highest assist level, and the battery drained faster than expected. Customer service was unresponsive when our reviewer had an initial issue with the chain. Despite these shortcomings, the reviewer is ultimately happy with the electric bike. They feel it meets their needs, gets plenty of attention in the neighborhood, and is a decent value.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.